Hey everyone, I'm so excited to put this vlog together for you because we're going to talk about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart and to my mission. And that's why it's all of our right, our birthright, our natural right in this world to live abundantly, to live in wealth and to be rich. So I don't know about you, but growing up, I had very specific conditioning around money being the root of all evil, and that people that were successful and who were really abundant and wealthy must be doing something wrong, right? They must be unethical or immoral in some way. And in fact, in our last group, in our last soul alignment group session, this came up, that we actually had an allergy. We had this huge mass of people that had an allergy to successful people because there was this feeling that they must be dishonest in some way. These are the very beliefs that keep us from living the fullness of who we really are. And it's been a really amazing progression and evolution for me and for my clients. And this is why this message is so important to me, because what I discovered is the exact opposite of what I was conditioned to believe. So I had a lot of fundamentalist beliefs, but also, even if you weren't raised in a religious environment, there's a lot of beliefs about the 1% and middle class and just this feeling of heaviness and repression, like there's someone keeping us from our total wealth and abundance. And the truth is, the only thing keeping any of us from our total wealth and abundance is us. So we are the ones that keep the story going. We're the ones that choose to buy into conditioning that says we don't deserve to live abundantly. And so I am on a mission to remind us, because it really is a remembering process. You know this deep in your soul. If you can access that connection, you know that you came here for big things. You came here to experience the fullness of this human experience, which does not mean living on the cheap. It actually means living in full abundance, because when you live in full abundance, everyone who encounters you gets to live in full abundance. When you step into playing a bigger game, everyone around you has to step into playing a bigger game. And that ripple effect, the impact that that has, is so powerful. And all of us in the Western world have a responsibility, with all of the abundance that we have around us, to really step into it and claim it, and stop falling prey to these old stories about what's possible for us, about conditioning, about the man or anyone else keeping us from the fullness of our life expression. Those are simply lies that we've chosen to believe in to keep ourselves small. And so I had a huge shift from poverty consciousness, we're talking extreme poverty consciousness, to complete abundant consciousness. And I am telling you, it is so amazing to live in wealth. It is more fun than anything I could have ever experienced. And the biggest piece that I want to share with you today in this video is that when you live abundantly, you actually do what you came here to do. So if you are not living in wealth consciousness, you are not experiencing the fullness, and you're not giving your gift in the fullness that you're here to give it. This is something that's been coming through in my meditations. It's something that, I've been having these lessons and messages coming to me from all angles. And today I picked up Wallace Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich, and picked it up. And Wallace is saying the exact same things that have been revealed to me in meditation and through my own connection with spirit. And he wrote this book, in the 1800s, early 1900s? This is ancient wisdom that more and more of us have the opportunity to step into. So if you're not allowing yourself to be rich right now, I want you to just take a minute, stop, connect with that deeper part of you, and ask yourself why. What is the story you're telling yourself that's not allowing you to live in your total wealth and abundance? Because when you allow yourself to be truly rich, when you allow yourself to live in wealth and abundant consciousness, there is nothing you cannot experience in this life. And do you know that when you have that opportunity, you get to help and support even more people in stepping into their empowered abundance? So we're not talking about enabling folks. We're not talking about handouts. We are talking about when we're in true wealth and true empowered wealth, everyone around us has to rise up, and then we have more to give to empower others. It is just a huge ripple effect that I never knew was possible. I really thought that there was someone or something that was keeping me down and keeping me from having the fullness of my experience. Turns out that was just a story that my parents had, that their parents had, that they passed on to me. But each of us, especially in this new paradigm and the new generation, we have an opportunity to really say that I'm not going to participate in those old stories anymore, and I'm going to create the life of my dreams. Why? Because I can, and because when I do that, everyone around me benefits. So this is just the first piece in a video series that I will be doing about wealth consciousness and why it is so important for all of us to step into our power, to step into the wealth and abundance that all of us have the opportunity to experience. And I really am hoping that you will join me, if you feel so inclined, June 24th, because we're going to take this even deeper. So I'm going to be giving you nuggets of wisdom along the way. Then we're going to really kick it off June 24th through July 16th. It's a 4-week online series where we are really going to align and attune to wealth consciousness like never before. And we'll be working with a very specific science, the science that Wallace Wattles talks about, the science that all great masters of energy and all abundant, wealthy people know, so that all of us can have this experience to a greater and greater degree, and then really channeling that energy towards something bigger than us, something even more important than us, while still staying in our wealth consciousness. So this is about being of service, this is about being connected to spirit, and this is about being in abundance. And so that's actually true wealth consciousness. So the old paradigm of like monks and like hiding away and not actually being in the fullness of our human experience, that's shifting to a whole other frequency that us here in the Western world have an opportunity to really step into and really take that old spirit connection energy and bring it forward into, wait, the fullness of the human experience is experiencing all aspects of being a human while being connected to spirit. So if this is something your heart is calling you towards, definitely check out my Live in Wealth and Abundance series. You can go to heatherstrang.com, go to offerings events, and you'll see it there. And please feel free to leave any comments below about your thoughts about wealth consciousness. And I would love to hear what true wealth consciousness looks like for you. What are you going to do with that true wealth consciousness? What does that really look like for you? Start really allowing yourself to go there. Notice the stories that show up, and then give yourself the permission and the opportunity to let them go. So we'll be doing a lot of beautiful work around this soul alignment work, where we're going to work exactly with your higher self, find out what you need, and let it go so that you can really claim the fullness of this lifetime. So thank you so much for listening. I'd love to hear your comments. Check out heatherstrang.com for more. And for now, I want to encourage you, as soon as you stop listening to this video and watching this video, to go take one action that brings you closer to living in richness and abundance. That might be scheduling that massage. It might be opening up that account you've been wanting to open. That may be going to spend that $100 on what that $100 or $1,000 or whatever it is your heart has really been calling you to. But as soon as we wrap up here, go step into your wealth consciousness more fully, and know that when you do, everyone around you benefits. Okay, so much love to you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your love and support. And stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to be writing more articles on the Huffington Post about this. We are all going to rise up higher together and really live in true wealth and abundance. So much love to you. Mwah. Thank you for watching.